Hello once again everybody, welcome back to the Randomiser. It's been a week, and yes, we're back with Train Life, a railway simulator. Now, this is kind of a weird game. It's an open world railway driving game, but it's kind of arcadey. It's really kind of arcadey. The controls aren't all that realistic. It's not hugely immersive simulator. It's more of a, here's a train, you know, just drive around a bit. Don't really worry about signals. Don't really worry about speed limits. Just make sure you're going the right way and stop in the right places. There's nothing else on the tracks to worry about either. So, yeah, you know, just go for it. Anyway, we'll start a new game and we're going to skip the tutorial as much as we can. And here we are in the game. So, yes, I've skipped all the tutorial. We have this one locomotive at the end of this track, and that's it. We're not told what to do. Just drive around, collect stuff, take it places. So anyway, the first place you need to go really is the map, so you can get an idea of where everything is, and what you'll be needing to take. So yeah, we're down here in Bern, in Switzerland. It then goes up through France and Germany. We've got Poland up here, Czech Republic and Austria down here. And yeah, up here we've got London. So a tiny little bit of the UK. And over here with Amsterdam and Brussels, you've got that part of the world as well. So I would say it's a huge map. You can see just by the turns of this, it's not actually physically big, but it represents quite a large section of the planet. So anyway, shall we go to the farm? Go to the farm, we'll take some food up here. So that accepts livestock and whatever the hell that purple thing is. What is that purple thing? I'm going to have to see if there's some sort of... maybe it's in the help. Ah, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. It's flour. Well, that makes sense. So you take grain from the farm into a sawmill, you make flour, you take it to the food processing plant. That then produces the bread and the meat, which you can then take to the warehouse. Right. So the warehouse is where you take stuff, which will then feed that particular city. Right. There we go. Dearie me. So anyway, we'll do livestock first, because that's a fairly easy route. I don't know why there's a grain mill nearby. Is there a grain mill nearby? We zoom out a little bit. There's a grain mill, but we have to go all the way over there. Oh, there's a forest. That's not too bad, is it? But we'll go to the farm. Here we go. So what we've got is we've got normal delivery contracts where we can just pick up stuff and take it. They can be fairly cheap. But you've got proper contracts where they specify where to go and how much it is, and they give you a time limit. And they're generally more lucrative. Let's see. Calais, Paris. See, they're all quite long distance. I mean, that might be alright, but we'll just go with the normal one, I think. So, we'll go there. Yeah, we'll go to this farm. Add a GPS, that's it. So, yeah, well, we're in the train. You can, of course, use any of these to, you know, hover over and use these as you like. That's a fairly standard screen that appears exactly the same in every locomotive you have. So we're going forwards. We'll undo the emergency brake. And then, what is it? It's Q does the switches, A does the radio, W and S do the throttle, and E and D do the brake. So we'll get a bit more throttle on and we'll get going. Now that we actually know kind of what we want to do. The good thing with this locomotive is you can drive it from over there facing that way as well. As like I said, there's no real penalties for like speeding or anything. I think you can cause damage and come off. But anyway, we'll back off a bit. Make sure we don't go over 50k. Do you see down there now we've got a left and a right option. For the switches, it does work with your navigation. You've got to press Q to change that. So it's gone green. I'm not entirely sure where that switch is going to be, but there we are. It's always best to stay on the right hand track, considering that we're mostly in continental Europe. So they drive on the right, so it should be the same in a train. Slowing down a bit, put a bit more power on. And that's where we go right. So there's different station areas, and we're leaving this particular station now. There we go. You have to use the radio in order to get permission to enter one. So Lucerne Farm is 15k away. So that's going to take some time. Okay, so as you can see, we're out in the country now, and we are absolutely hammering it. You can see the mini-map down the bottom has really zoomed out. It's really zoomed out, so we're just passing Lucerne Sawmill. So that took quite a while. It's apparently snowing. Doesn't really look like it. It looks more like rain, but there we are. I had to look up the controls for how to put on my fog lights, because apparently you need fog lights when it's snowing or you're going to get fined. Ah, dearie me. Snow on the track. Well, of course there's snow on the track. It's been snowing. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, we've slowed down, which is fine, because the speed limit's come down as well anyway. I think we'll go around this corner and see what this heavy snow's about. Because yeah, that broken down train back there was nowhere near us. Nowhere near us at all. It's definitely an arcadey experience, because that weather effect is like kind of bad. I mean, it's just like a film on the windscreen. That's all it is. I mean, I'm looking out there. I can't see like snow or rain actually falling. Ah, dear. Anyway, let's come off the power a bit here. 120 miles an hour in 800 meters. Oh, is that it, really? Okay, that is interesting. It's just a great big pile of snow on my track. Are we alright? I think we're alright. Yeah, it's gone. We obliterated it. Alright, let's get moving again. I mean, look at those cars. Are the wheels even going around? No, they're not. They're not even, like, on the right lane. Oh, that's kind of bad. That's lazy. That is really lazy. That would have taken, just to make the wheels turn as it moved, would take a developer maybe 20 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. You take the object for the wheels, you know, make it a separate object that you can then control with a parameter, tie that parameter to the speed of the car, and boosh, you're done. You know, it doesn't take that much effort. Oh, that's lazy. That's really lazy. Okay, so we're just approaching our farm. So we're just going to have to slow down a bit now. Put a bit of brakes on. Remember, it is slowing, so we'll probably do a bit more. So yes, according to my little route thing down there, we need to be in the left lane. Yes, there we go, you see. It's only the one track going left. It's not the double track. Yes, that's fine. So we should probably call up the farm and tell them that we're coming. So, Lucerne Farm.
This is the operator. Is there something you need?
Request access, please.
And mark tracks for your arrival.
There we are. So we come out of that. We've got access to the station just in time, so we just passed the sign for it. Bit more throttle. Now we need to be careful about where we're going now. Because every station has like a little maintenance depot, as well as the like the loading tracks. So the thing that really annoys me about this game is that sometimes you might pass a set of switches and you find out you've gone the wrong way, so you've got to throw it in reverse all the way back up. So if we can just have a quick look at the map, we might be able to see exactly where we need to go. Not really. But that's taking us up to the service area there, you see. So we just open that and we go add to pickup planner. How many should we do? We'll do 6. We'll do 6 for now. That's fine. So come out of that. Clear the GPS. If we come out here and then press that pickup track, that's what we need. You just press the comma. Oh look, now it's actually snowing outside. I've just realised. Brakes off. Let's put a bit of power on. So this will now guide us to the right track. So we need to go right here and then keep left. Keep left, yes. See, we don't want to go too fast because all of these junctions come up quite quickly. There we go. So make that left. Put the wipers back on again, as it is now actually snowing. See, we didn't have this particle effect before, did we? It's not just me. So there we go, we're on that one, so we want the right track there. Bit of power. Not too much, but a little bit. So we're in right here, and then should be right again. Let's come off that. You can just about see the hologram in front of us there. That's where we need to stop. As long as we stop somewhere in those lines, it doesn't really matter so much exactly where. So just bring it to a stop. Thankfully at this one there's a bit of a loop track, so you don't have to, you know, switch ends and reverse. But anyway, there we go. Put the emergency brake on. F for the coupling and decoupling mode. There we are. So we've asked for 6. So put on tracks. There we are. We just need to couple that there. There we are. Lovely. So now we need to set the route for where we need to go with that. So remember, we're going to the food processing plant. There's nothing this way? No. No food processing plant that way. There's one there, but that's miles away. So go to that one. There we are. See, it says burn food processing plant, pick up track. There we go, you see. It's 23 kilometers away. Better get cracking then, hadn't we? Let's get some speed up. We're fine for our junctions. So the service area is probably that building there. On that track. Thankfully we don't need anything. It's where you go to buy, upgrade and maintain and refuel your locomotives. We're at 90% fuel right now. That's perfectly fine. You might want to do it once we've dropped our delivery off, but it's perfectly fine right now. So get it up to 50k. Leave it on 30 for now. There we go. We shouldn't really have to do much in the way of switches on the way out. I mean, keeping right is perfectly fine for now. See, at least it's got this loop. Because it's kind of annoying to like drive into a station and then have to change ends. Especially if you've put the... Especially if you've put the wagons in the wrong place by mistake. You end up trying to drive the train from the back, and it's not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. So anyway, here we go. We're leaving the station. Train has broken down ahead, hasn't it? Lovely. Lovely. Anyway, we've got our wagons back there. Press C to change the camera view. There we are. Look at that. All those livestock wagons following us. We're only this little teeny tiny thing, so it doesn't matter too much. So yes, there's a broken down train ahead. That's fine. We'll stay on the right, but we'll be prepared to stop because we might have to reverse. Oh, there we go. Down in the bottom, proceed with caution. Ah, yes, there we go. You see it. It tells us which track has the broken down train. So we're fine on this one then. At least according to that we are. So we're going to come off the power because we're going downhill. Yeah, there it is. We're going downhill, and the next speed limit's 80k anyway. And there we go, just the occasional hazard that you have to deal with. But it's very arcadey. It's not really that big of a deal. It just makes things slightly more interesting. So we're just approaching Bern again. And yeah, the weather's looking a lot better. That was a fairly uneventful trip. I would have put anything in if something had happened, but yeah, nothing happened there. Just a nice cruise at 120k. Just making sure that we're going right here. That's it. We should probably slow down a bit, to be honest, because that's a fairly tight turn. I'm not getting any speed warnings though. It still just says 80. And still 11k to the food processing plant. Oh dear. Oh, look at that Ferris wheel. It's nice. I don't know if there actually is one in Bern. I have been to Bern. I can't say I noticed a Ferris wheel in the city centre, but there we are. Okay, so we're going into a tunnel. I don't think I've actually been in a tunnel in this game before. Interesting. Is there any different sounds? Oh yeah, there's a bit of reverb. We're doing near enough 50k now, so that's perfectly fine. We need to select the drop-off track. There we are. Just with the comma key. So we know exactly where we need to be for that. We'll apply a bit of brakes to slow down. A little bit more. So we don't want to go too fast, because that's a fairly short approach, I think. Not like the last station where we had to drive around for quite a while. But anyway, it's right at this one. It'll be right at the next one as well. Good, that's staying there. And then keep right, because if we go left, we go into the service area. We don't want that. We come off the brakes. We're going a bit slow now, to be honest. There we are. That's where we need to drop off. So I don't know what kind of time we're expecting here. Once we drop off, how long it'll take for all this to be processed into stuff that we can then take away. So E to decouple all of these, because that's where they're going. X to confirm the delivery. And then finish. There we go, 53 grand. For just 6 wagons. Awesome. So have we really met the level? Have we really done that? I don't know. That's not really more things, is it? Why is that 12 of 10? Strange. Anyway, we've delivered our delivery. We've got our money. And that's pretty much it. If we have a little look on the map, then we can open this thing up. It lacks resources, so I don't know if you can, like, see a production thing. I don't know. Anyway, we've got, you can see down there it says accepts 6 of 100. So it's got capacity for 100 stuff. So presumably now we've got to wait then until it starts producing stuff. Does it just produce the meat? Does it just produce the meat, or does it need both of these then to produce both of those? I don't know. I don't know. You'd think it would, wouldn't you? Oh wow, there's all sorts of stuff here. All sorts of stuff. Oh dear, I haven't even covered things like buying more locomotives, hiring employees, all the rest of it. I've got to unlock level 1 before I can do that. Get perk points and stuff. How far away? We've got to get a little bit more experience before we unlock level 1. Anyway, I quite like this game, although it's very arcadey. It's a bit casual in that respect. So yeah, apparently they do fine you for things. There's certainly stuff that you can crash into, like that snowdrift that didn't seem to do anything for us. But anyway, I certainly recommend it, especially if it's on sale. So thanks very much for watching, and if you enjoyed that, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.